Hi there, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Ume 9 Light Ring Pendant. This is the 131069. It's going to be using Hubbardton Forge's beautiful glass, but let's talk about that now because I love this glass. Ume is a Japanese gin blossom, and it looks just like that hand-blown piece of glass. Okay, has an embedded ring at the very top of it, with threading inside that's going to hold on to your fixture. So the outside is glossy and the inside is sandblasted, so it's going to hide your LED that you guys are going to be using. Beautiful, beautiful piece of glass on its own. It's on a lot of different Hubbardton Forge fixtures that can go with this, so check out the sconces, and there's singular pendants that come down as well. Okay, moving on from there, why don't we talk about the height of the fixture itself. So that's going to be independent of this, which is going to be the singular rod going up to the canopy into the ceiling. This is 21.2 inches high, and the diameter is coming in at 32. It is going to be offered in these adjustable ranges, not so much adjustable, but fixed heights that you're going to have a whole bunch to play with, and it's a great idea to check out the little chart that's down about midway down there. It's also on the installations instructions page, so if you're on our page for this, on Handmade in Vermont, look over on that side of the screen. Midway down, you're going to see a link. It's going to say, click here for installations instructions PDF. So open that up for me. That is going to have the chart that I talked about a second ago that we'll get into in a second. It's going to have a full parts list. It's going to show you how to put it together. Very easy. Lots of schematics. Also talks about the canopy that's going to be going on your ceiling. So let's get into these ranges. And what they're really doing is they're using a set of interconnected pipes. So you're going to be getting automatically with this 3 of the 12s, 1 6 and 1 3. You're going to use these in different combinations to get you to the targeted overall height you're looking for from the ceiling to the bottom of the fixture. And that's what's on that chart over there. So when you look at those set heights, you'll see that it'll also list what combinations of these that you're going to use to get to those. So this is also going to ship with 120 inches of wire, which is awesome because if you guys need this to go beyond the standard overall height of 68.5, which is the longest of those ranges you see on there, all you have to do is order another kit or two and you can kind of go well beyond that. 120 inches is pretty long. You'll notice this starts off at 23.5 and goes all the way to 68.5, just a standard product. But like I said, you can order more of these kits and then you can, use maybe 112 or a 6 and a 3 or something to get to longer than that 68.5 because you're going to have so much wire to play with. If you need to go well beyond that, let's say you're coming off a really, really tall ceiling, drop me a quick email, tell me what you're doing. So say you're looking at the 131069, you need it to be 240 inches long or something like that. I'm going to take your email, send it through the customs and engineering department. It's going to come back and tell us what we can do to help you. May add a little bit of time and money, but we can get these things done. We do them every single day. It's just part of our job here. So when you're putting this together, you're going to notice that you put down a towel, you put your fixture down. I would probably put the glass on at the very end, and then you're going to be kind of building these pipes and how they go on. Like I said, very simple. You have threading on the inside of this side, inside of that side. We'll put some together. Is going to be a connector that also has threading on it. And when you do put these together, you're going to be basically kind of putting your wire through a connector, through a pipe, through a connector, through a pipe, and you're going to go one by one and kind of build your way up. That's the easiest way to do it. And then you're going to be exiting out of canopy on the ceiling part of this. It's going to be on your ceiling, actually. Just FYI, the one I have here is domed, but I believe this one actually ships with a flat one. So see that? And that's going to be 6.5 inches in diameter, so it's a good size. It's going to easily go over your 4-inch J box. This is also a very light fixture. It's only 19.8 pounds, including the glass, so there's no weight restriction on it. So like I said, you're going to be putting these all together, and once you get them together, see that? There's barely even a seam there. It's a nice, tight, really beautifully milled piece from Hubbardton Forge. They do great work when you get into these little details. You can barely see a line there. So if I can barely see a line at like 1 foot from me, then once this is up, it looks like a solid rod going up. So that is that. Let's get into the lamping on this. It's going to be, they're asking you to use basically LEDs, even though these G9s will also accept halogen bulbs. But the recommended bulb on this is going to be a 4.5 watt LED in each of these. And don't forget, you've got 9 of these sockets running around, these G9 sockets. So when you do play with your LEDs, that 4.5 is going to be about the equivalent of a 40 watt bulb basically, and again, you've got 9 of these, so that really adds up. These bulbs come in all kinds of different shapes and sizes and flavors. When you go on Amazon, which is kind of the best place to find these, quite honestly, you just put in G9 LED and it's going to pop up a bunch of things for you to look at. The ones that look like corn cobs are called cob LEDs. The ones that are well, they basically have an orange pad or orange lines inside. Those are phosphorus LEDs, and sometimes they have this jacket on them that's frosted. Sometimes they're clear. Don't forget, your glass is going to be opaque, so you're not going to be able to see inside and see any bulb. So don't be afraid of the aesthetics of the bulb when you're looking around. The important thing is that you get it basically in a 40-watt equivalent, which is going to be totally easy because that's kind of what they really offer these in, 40 and 60-watt equivalents. But the color of the light, to me, is going to be really important. You're going to notice it's offered in a 2700 Kelvin. That is the color of light of like a setting sun, very yellow. The other thing they're going to be offering a lot is going to be called daylight. And just be careful with that because daylight sounds warm. Daylight is not warm. Daylight is that whitish, bluish light on an overcast day, which I don't think it's going to look great on this fixture. What I would do is kind of go in the middle of that, and you're going to notice they also are going to be offering warm white. And that's going to be 3000 Kelvin or 3000 K. That is the warmth of a light of an incandescent bulb we all grew up with. As a matter of fact, these lights above me, these are 3000 Kelvin, and it looks just like a regular bulb that I had when growing up. And this is what we have in our showroom all over the place, 3000 K bulbs. So that would probably be what I would be looking for. It's a dimmable fixture, so just remember when you're out looking for your bulbs, make sure they do say dimmable. Tell your installer that you're going to be putting dimmable LEDs on that fixture, and then go from there. Let's get into finishes now. If you're on the HandmadeInVermont.com website, look over on this side of the screen. Midway down, you're going to see a tab. It's going to say Finishes Help Guide. Click on that for me. There's going to be a video on there of me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton forged finishes and how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be talking about a chart a little farther down on the page. You'll see it next to me here. It's going to kind of go over the differences between heavy forging and non-heavy forging, and it'll be talked about in that video. So it's really important that you kind of watch the video, use the chart. You can click on that chart on different things. So you can click on dark smoke and a big page will pop up and show you lots of different things in dark smoke. Click on burnished steel or natural iron, it'll do the same thing. But it's really important that you understand how Hubbardton Forge's finishes are kind of divided into translucent and opaque and how they can look on different fixtures. Our showroom in Vermont has we're up to 400 Hubbardton Forge fixtures spread across 2 floors. We have a What's on Display page. It's way up there in those red tabs again, so click on that and you can see what we have to show you. That changes all the time because we're always adding things as they come out. Showroom's open every day except Sunday from 11 to 6. We have an amazing clearance center here too. Clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's returns, discontinued things, and showroom samples. If you were coming to visit us, bring a good-sized vehicle, something like a big SUV or maybe a small truck or something like that, because you might find something in the clearance center that you want to take home, and it's a lot of fun to go through. 75% off MSRP is an amazing bargain, so you should really take advantage of it if you can. Like I said, we're open every day except Sunday from 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. You can call us at 802-446-2400 during business hours. You can email us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, all the time. We love to answer emails. When you buy your Hubbardton Forge fixtures from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. There's no tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont, and we're the only dealer with 90-day returns and no restocking fees. No one else even comes close to that. Some larger items are non-returnable. We'll always tell you about that. It'll be in the description thing, that part of the description underneath on the very bottom. So keep an eye out for that. We also offer a rush program. Hubbardton Forge generally takes about 3 to 4 weeks to get product out. They don't stock anything. That's how you're going to get all your finishes, your adjustable ranges to play with, all those things. We can cut that time in half, and it's super inexpensive. If you want to know more, drop a quick email, and I'll walk you through the whole thing, okay? So if you guys have any other questions, let me know. Love to see you in our showroom sometime, and have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.